Burrow had a good game against the Jaguars. It was a pretty okay game for the Bengals. They had a good comeback. That was about the only good part. They didn't score until like the second half, pretty much, which they had an early missed field goal. And they didn't really get that much. All they kept doing is punting until halftime, until they finally kept scoring, which Joe Burrow had 345 yards, 2 passing touchdowns, 132.9 passing rating, and a win, which is pretty impressive. And Joe Burrow maintains his record against Trevor Lawrence, which is undefeated. And I think Joe Burrow is probably the second best quarterback in his class. Obviously, Justin Herbert's number one. Ozama versus Jacksonville. 5 catches, 95 yards, and 2 touchdowns, which he had a very good game last night. But one thing I want to comment on is the Bengals secondary is so horrible. They were getting absolutely destroyed by the Jacksonville Jaguars receivers. And the receivers on Jacksonville aren't that good. Imagine if they were playing against Tampa or the Rams, they'd get destroyed. It would be an absolute shutout during that game. Because their secondary was way too horrible to allow that to happen. And I felt like last night was a very close game just because it was 21-24. Bengals won the game. And that field goal at the very end, I was very nervous that they were going to miss it, actually. What do you guys think of the game last night? And are you thinking the NFL's Thursday night games are getting better? It seems like usually the games are not have that very good teams on there. It seems like every team on Thursday night football is don't usually have a winning record or a playoff team. Justin Tucker on Madden is actually a 99 overall. He's probably the first kicker to get that, which after making that 66-yarder, that he deserves to be it. A lot of people were saying that he was an 87 before, which is he's probably the highest rated kicker in the game, but he at least has to be a 90-something. 99 is a fair rating for him now. I think he deserves to be 99. I think from now on, he'll probably be the only 99 kicker. What do you guys think about this? Super Bowl halftime show lineup for 2022. It's in Los Angeles, so they have Dr. Dre, Kendrick Lamar, Snoop Dogg, Eminem, and Mary J. Blige, which this is the best one they've done in a while. Usually a lot of people don't like who's performing. I don't really like the Maroon 5 one, or most of them I don't really like. I don't really like to watch the halftime performance that much, just because sometimes I don't like the artist. But I think this is probably going to be the best one in a while. What do you guys think about this? I think this is a very good lineup to have, and it's in the SoFi Stadium this year. A. Smith on Mac Jones mentioning Tom Brady. You can't bother to speak Tom Brady's name once in 13 minutes. You better say his name once. This is probably going to get Tom Brady very mad that he didn't mention him at all. I think I don't know, I think Bill Belichick probably told him not to say anything about him just because probably don't want to make him say anything that'll make him mad or anything like that, but not mentioning it at all is probably going to make him even more mad. What do you guys think about this? And what do you think the score is going to be for the Patriots versus Buccaneers? I don't think that it's going to be that close the whole game.